What's up, Virgo? We got a card pulled from the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck, and then we go into the actual reading itself. Alright. And this particular card is Rosemary with the subtext of Ancient Memory. Remembrance, ancient memory, multi-dimensional sight, recollection, commitment, loyalty to a vision. Rosemary has been used medicinally dating back to the ancient Greeks and Romans in 500 BC. In Romans in 500 BC, dried sprigs of rosemary even showed up in ancient Egyptian tombs as early as 3000 BC. The ancients were well acquainted with this hardy shrub, which had a reputation for strengthening the mind and memory. It became the symbol for fidelity for new lovers, and during wedding ceremonies that was used in religious rites at funerals. During weddings, it was entwined with the wreath worn by the bride and dipped in scented water to bless the union as a symbol of the sacred moment and eternal loyalty. Even today, rosemary is used to improve memory. Legend has it that the Virgin Mary, mother of Jesus, as she fled from Egypt, sheltered next to a rosemary bush. She threw her cape onto the bush, and the white flowers turned blue. Since then, this precious herb has been called the Rose of Mary. This is the guidance portion. Ruled by both Mercury and the planet of the mind, and the sun, Ruled by both Mercury, the planet of the mind, and the sun, the planet of representative of our base ego and superego, rosemary embodies this holy connection. The mind of the ego to the superego, the higher mind. This card signifies past feelings and emotions are resurfacing from deep within you. You may find yourself remembering and accessing ancestral memory that resides within your DNA. Rosemary assists us in healing through multidimensional sight, reminding us to use the power of vision to see beyond the constructs of everyday life. Don't disassociate or get consumed by the veil that broadcasts emotional balance. Call upon rosemary as a guiding light to see beyond the veil of confusion and stay committed to the vision that moves you. This is interesting for a few reasons. One, this idea of there's a few things from this, but this idea of Mercury. Mercury rules over the archetype of Virgo. Okay, but two, this idea of what could be happening is that we could be seeing, like, we're being reminded, right, of from whence we came, right? The idea of where we come from, what we've, in terms of, this can be childhood, but it can also be an element of where we came from in terms of past lives as well, if you believe in that. And that's that right there, that idea. You may be interested in digging more in terms of, or I would encourage you to dig more and dig deeper in terms of your past and your also your particularly like ideas of past life. So we'll talk about an example. So for instance, like, if you've been seeing kind of a tribe or something that you've been really into, or not really into, but you kind of like had on the peripheries of your memory, you're just like, that seems like something that kind of strikes me as appealing for some reason. Not really sure why, but I'm really drawn to that. Look into it, right? So for instance, like, if symbols from different, like, maybe like Celtic tribes, different tribes of, like, you know, Africa, Native Americans, things like that. If you can do YouTube searches and find those things, that really appeal to your actual, like, your actual genuine, like, spirit, in terms of you kind of, you realize that there's a connection there. It might be a time to dig deeper and understand that connection, because this looks like whatever you find, it could help further assist you into really getting beyond this, what they call this veil of confusion, as they call it, and help you see clearly in terms of, oh, this is where I come from. This is possibly what I should be looking into now. This could be a very transformative period in your particular life, and you should understand and take that as such. Okay, so whatever's, could be resurfacing, past emotions or whatever, look into those things. Take those things seriously in terms of things that, that are actually, like, just things that kind of bothered you. What was going on? Why? All right, be able to answer those questions so you can better understand. Particularly, just going back to this analogy of the veil of confusion, right? What's stopping you from seeing clearly and looking at that, really looking at that, and being prepared to go further and address it. But this is an important piece of your future, right? Understanding, like, if those who don't understand their past are doomed to repeat it, right? Whatever you start to do, whatever you start to really come into during this period, you should understand that this could for certainly be a piece of the puzzle for you, right? And piece of the puzzle in terms of what your soul's purpose may be for this particular life. And that's very much more important than a lot of the things that may be distracting us on a day-to-day basis. So understand that, and the transformation is real when you really do look at a lot of these things, right? We got, just the baseline understanding of societal, we call it, like, societal intelligence, or the operational intelligence of society in general. We don't really recognize this, but when we understand things like where we've been, it does help us in terms of the what I call the energetic imprint that we have, right? It helps us recategorize that and reorganize that to use it, to better put it to use in terms of where we're going in general. So take it as an actual homework assignment, right? Involve it, like, maybe try to create an actual pattern around developing this understanding. And you could go down a rabbit hole, and I would definitely encourage that as well, but also understand that whatever types of, like, habitual remedies that come up that you feel like could help you, take those things seriously. Start to really try to find things to incorporate throughout your daily life, because this is very much instrumental in terms of understanding whatever the past is. And if you find yourself in a position to where you have an ability and space and opportunity to learn more, then take it. Don't just sit back and let these things pass you by, and while you keep yourself busy with things that really don't matter in the grand scope of things. And this is, you need to understand that this idea of connection between you and this idea of the we'll call it what they said, the higher mind, that is going to be through an understanding of yourself as a more complex being than simply what's going on today, right now, what is currently occupying your time and your energy. So look into that and really take it seriously, like homework seriously, like a to-do list seriously. And if anything, I will see you next week, and I want you guys to have a good week, but also please remember to like and subscribe if you appreciate the reading. And with that being said, thank you.